started getting interested in public service and civil service in high school, when I was a junior in high school. And I think the thing that attracted me the most was I was looking at a career in possibly in forestry. I enjoy the outdoors. I like to hunt, I like to fish, and I like to camp, and so I was attracted by that. But I think that I was really inspired, I think, to actually go to work for the government by President Carter and President Kennedy. You know, there was a strong message that both of them gave in terms of giving back to the government, giving back to this country from many of the benefits that we had received as students and as citizens of the country. And I thought that that was an important thing to do. So I think that's what actually attracted me. And I actually made a change in what I was going to do and major in college as a result of that, because I had started down the track and had actually been accepted into medical school at the University of San Francisco. I had a full ride scholarship and basically gave that away and decided to major in forestry, and went to a state university in California and got my forestry degree, and then went to work for the Forest Service shortly after that. I was a federal employee for a number of years. I started my federal career in 1976 as a temporary employee. I worked one season when I was going to school, to college, with the U.S. Park Service in Oklahoma, and then followed that up with 3 years as a temporary employee working for the Forest Service. I was part of a crew that fought wildfires. I planted trees. I did some thinning of trees. Got my first permanent job in 1979, and actually was a Forest Service employee from 1979 until 2007, when I retired from the U.S. Forest Service after 31 years of public service and federal service, and I actually retired to take this job that I'm in right now at the National Federation of Federal Employees. I think in general, I mean, when I was a federal employee, I was very proud of the fact that I worked for the Forest Service, which is one of the primary land management agencies in this country. I consider it really an honor to be able to go out there every day in the national forests of the country and contribute to the local economies in terms of we sold some timber. We also did a lot of stream improvements, and in terms of improving fisheries, in terms of improving wildlife habitat, making the forests more accessible to other visitors, and really taking care of the land. I mean, that was sort of the motto of the Forest Service, you know, serving the land and serving the people, and so I think that's the thing that I'm most proud of. Well, I think it's really challenging times for young people in terms of thinking about the career in the federal government right now. Obviously, with all that's going on, with the financial stresses that this country has gone through, the fact that we've got shrinking budgets within federal government, most agencies. In some cases, there's hiring freezes, but I don't think that should. If young people really believe in this country, and have that same spirit of wanting to give back and to serve the citizenry of this country, then I think they should consider a career in the federal government. Obviously, like I say, it's tougher now than when I started. There was a lot more jobs then than there are now. But certainly, I mean, if you're a smart and capable young person and are interested in a career, there's lots of different careers in the federal government, and I think you just need to inform yourself and educate yourself a little bit on what those careers are, and if you can find something that matches your interests and your skills, then I would encourage you to go for it. The most important thing that the American public needs to know about public service is that, you know, the federal employees that come to work every day do so to serve you, the taxpayers and the citizens of this country. That's what our government is about, is providing services that have been deemed important by the citizenry of this country. And those services are wide, they're varied. They range all the way from Social Security to IRS to Department of Agriculture. So there is not a person in this country that is not touched on a daily basis directly by a federal employee or by the work that they accomplish. So I think it's important that federal employees be given their due credit for the work that they do in serving the people of this country. And I would hope that people would understand that and would do everything that they can to support the federal workforce and to make sure that we continue to have federal agencies and the workers that do the work of those agencies that's so crucial for accomplishing everything that we need to accomplish in this country. Well, I think I just admire federal workers as a whole. I think, you know, it's every day these people get up and go to work, and it's tough. It has been tough these last few years with you know, all the media pressure and public opinion, all the stories that you see and you hear, you know, in the news. And for people to get up every day, come to work, give their all as a public servant, I think that that's admirable, and I think these people need to be singled out and thanked for the work that they do. They're not making a lot of money. A lot of people come to work for the U.S. government not because they're the highest paying job, but again because, you know, they feel a sense of wanting to give back to this country and a sense of public and civic duty. And so I think that they need to be recognized for that. And I consider every federal employee that gets up every day and comes to work as a hero.